Take a close look, and you will see that when we are not doing well, most of life slips away from us. When we are inactive, much of it, but when we are inattentive, we miss it all. What progress, you ask, have I made? I have begun to be a friend to myself. That was indeed a great benefit. Such a person can never be alone. Some men shrink into dark corners to such a degree that they see darkly by day. No, men should combine these tendencies, and he who reposes should act, and he who acts should repose. Discuss the problem with nature. She will tell you that she created both day and night. But if you consider any man a friend whom you do not trust as you trust yourself, you are mightily mistaken, and you do not sufficiently understand what true friendship means. You want to live, but do you know how to live? You are scared of dying, and tell me, is the kind of life you lead really any different from being dead? It's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. Life is long enough, and it's been given to us in generous measure for accomplishing the greatest things, if the whole of it is well invested. But when life is squandered through soft and careless living, and when it's spent on no worthwhile pursuit, death finally presses, and we realize that the life which we didn't notice passing has passed away. So it is. The life we are given isn't short, but we make it so. We're not ill-provided, but we are wasteful of life. Be deaf to those who love you most of all. They pray for bad things with good intentions. And if you would be happy, entreat the gods that none of their fond desires for you may be brought to pass. Men are not made restless by activity, but driven to madness by false impressions of reality. If you find, after having traveled far, that there is a more distant goal always in view, you may be sure that this condition is contrary to nature. We perish because we follow other men's examples. We should be cured of this if we were to disengage ourselves from the herd. Unfortunately, activities motivated by fear always fail in the long run. Nature has brought us forth brave of spirit, and as she has implanted in certain animals a spirit of ferocity, in others craft, in others terror, so she has gifted us with an aspiring and lofty spirit, which prompts us to seek a life of the greatest honor, and not of the greatest security, that most resembles the soul of the universe, which it follows and imitates as far as our mortal steps permit. What man can you show me who places any value on his time, who reckons the worth of each day, who understands that he is dying daily? For we are mistaken when we look forward to death. The major portion of death has already passed. Whatever years be behind us are in death's hands. No one who goes astray affects himself alone, but rather will be the cause and instigator of someone else going astray. It is harmful to attach oneself to the people in front, and so long as each one of us prefers to trust someone else's judgment rather than relying on his own, we never exercise judgment in our lives, but constantly resort to trust in a mistake that has been passed down from one hand to another, takes us over and spins our ruin. Every individual can make himself happy. External goods are of trivial importance and without much influence in either direction. Prosperity does not elevate this age, and adversity does not depress him. The only harbor safe from the seething storms of this life is scorn of the future, a firm stand, a readiness to receive, fortune's missiles full in the breast, neither skulking nor turning the back. shall I not follow in the footsteps of my predecessors? I shall indeed use the old road, but if I find one that makes a shorter cut and is smoother to travel, I shall open the new road. Men who have made these discoveries before us are not our masters, but our guides. Truth lies open for all. It has not yet been monopolized, and there's plenty of it left even for posterity to discover. You should not become like evil men because they are many, or be hostile to the many because they are unlike you. Others, again, fear to confide in their closest intimates, and if it were possible, they would not trust even themselves, burying their secrets deep in their hearts. But we should do neither. It is equally faulty to trust everyone and to trust no one. Until we have begun to go without them, we fail to realize how unnecessary many things are. We've been using them not because we needed them, but because we had them. He suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary. If you live in harmony with nature, you will never be poor. If you live according to what others think, you will never be rich. Putting things off is the biggest waste of life. It snatches away each day as it comes and denies us the present by promising the future. The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today. You are arranging what lies in fortune's control and abandoning what lies in yours. What are you looking at? To what goal are you straining? The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. But what difference does it make who spoke the words? They were uttered for the world.